Coming up next is The Actors by Actors Show. Today's episode is sponsored by Motion Pictures Imaginary Studios, creating film art for filmmakers.
Hello and welcome. I'm Arek Zasowski, and this is the Actors by Actors Show. Tonight, I'm joined by an award-winning actress, writer, and producer, Lizet Benrey. Let's have a look at a few clips.
I had a career as an actress, a lead in a telenovela. I was about to finish university, and here you come with your Irish charm. Now I'm stuck here with you. And we have our daughter in there.
Oh, I know she's there.
Yeah? You don't even seem to care about her. Why? Is it because she's in there? And night after night you keep coming home late and later? And don't tell me you're working late on those docs.
I want to know who you're talking to on that phone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I want to know why I have to go down to the docks to get your paycheck before you blow it with your useless friends at Doubt's Bar. Yeah? Who's there?
Please help me.
That's what we're here to do, Mitch. But you must be ready to help yourself. It appears you are.
I am.
There are many things we're going to have to work on to get you to a successful recovery. Motivation is the first. You've got that. The next, we'll take one day at a time. Okay?
Tango 889.
I have a visual.
How much do we need?
2 and 33.
The principal is on the move.
Welcome, Lizet. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Arek.
So, Lizet, I know that during your acting career you were involved in many different film projects. Can you tell us more about your work and which project you're the most proud of?
Yes, I was born and raised in Mexico City. My mother was an incredibly talented artist. And we had a fascinating world filled with art. I mean, there were writers and filmmakers and musicians and actors in our house all the time. So these conversations and watching their world and listening to their music was just an incredibly source of creative energy that I had ever since I was little. And my mom was divorced, and so I was pretty much raised by her. And I was always doing something creative. Basically, I was painting with my mom since I was very, very little. And that language was the best language we had between each other. We would paint and just the whole world would open up. And then there was the movies that she would take me to see. And I would see movies from directors like Kurosawa and Fellini and Bergman. And so my world was incredibly open. And And I just loved the films and the visuals and the art world. And then I started getting very much into acting, which to me is fascinating to this day, of course. And of course, as an artist or a filmmaker, writer, you're creating visual worlds which you put on a canvas or on camera. And as an actor, you're creating visual worlds which you put into your character. And so everything feeds on each other. And I don't find that I have to do one or the other. I find that doing it all just makes the other expression better. So I would say that I have, yes, a few projects that I'm very happy with and I feel they're successful. The first one that comes to mind is when my mom passed away. It was a very devastating time. My two boys were young. I was married. I still am. And I still felt that my world collapsed. It was very difficult to feel that I couldn't be with my mom physically. And I thought that making a documentary of her life would be a way to connect with her spiritually and also deal with my own grief and show the world who she was. And so I called Lucy, one of her best friends, and Lucy Orozco, very talented producer, and she directed my mom's documentary and co-wrote it with Adriano Numa, a very incredible writer as well. And it really helped me deal with the grief. We had an art show at a museum where I showed her artwork, and all her friends were able to go there and talk about my mom. And we all watched the documentary, and it was a really moving and very beautiful tribute for her. So that's one project. Then there's another project that I really love, and I'm so grateful to have been able to do that. And it is a short piece of a film of Leonora Carrington. She was one of the last surrealist artists alive. And I met her when I was very little. And my mom and some friends, the Hiniches, took us there. And I remember being in her studio. And wow, her energy and that place was just magical. It was like being in one of her paintings, for real. And I just saw her, and she became my muse for life in the arts. That surreal world just took me forever. And in her 90s, I was able to connect with her son Gabriel. And he was kind enough with Patty, his wife, to let me go into her home and film her in an ordinary day. Film her eating papaya for breakfast and her dog coming in and her talking about her sculptures and her paintings for briefly. And I was able to capture that energy that I felt when I was little. That surreal, magical world. So I'm very happy to have been able to do that. I finished it right before she passed away, and I know that she was able to see it and she loved it. So that was something very beautiful to do. And then, of course, I'm very proud of The Witching Hour. It's a film that I co-wrote, co-produced, and co-starred with Tom Michael Mulligan. And it was a scene between his mom and dad that he saw when he was very little. And it stuck in his head. And he told me about this scene, and I said, let's make a movie. So I play the mom, who was also an actor when she was younger, and he plays the father. And it is very actor-driven. And it's almost like a play. It takes place in the same location. And it's very rich emotionally and layered and dramatic. And And we did very well in film festivals, and I got my first Best Actress award at the Golden State Film Festival in the Chinese theaters, and that was very, very incredibly fun. So I would also say that I am very proud of Incoming Impact, because not only did you direct it and write it and produced it, but we were able to create in a historical moment, which is this one, in coronavirus, where everything is so challenging and so sad and difficult. And to be able to shoot on a green screen and use our imagination again and being able to create this sci-fi comedy was very fascinating, and I'm very happy that I did it. And by the way, congratulations on your awards, and congratulations to everyone. So yeah, I would say those are projects that I'm very happy with.
Oh, thank you, Lizet. Congratulations to you too on your award. I'm certain there are many more awards coming your way. You know, I saw The Witching Hour in Las Vegas at Silver State Film Festival, and that was a fantastic experience, so well done. I really enjoyed that. Now, thinking about the future, what are the projects that you would like to be involved with and be doing, and what is your favorite movie genre?
Well, yes, I have several scripts that I have co-written, and I would love to see some of those become films. But if they don't, I would love to become a lead actress in a fantastic film. A film that is heartfelt, that is visually fascinating, that it changes people's lives. And I would love to do that only because when you are a lead actor in a longer piece, you are able to become more that character and to bring out more layers and to be deeper into that character and bring out much more as an actor than when you're in short films. And so I would love that for myself. And also, of course, TV series, which are huge nowadays. There is a thrill in the details and a fascination in how it develops day after day. The timing is slower, and what they give us as viewers in this case is much less than a film that gives you the whole story in 2 hours or so. But you get so hooked because you're also wanting to see the resolution. So this developing of a story that happens slower is fascinating to me. And the actors become a part of your life, and the story becomes a part of your world in your everyday life. So I would love to be able to give that as an actor to my viewers, because it's been a gift for me to see that from actors. So,
given your past experience, what would be one thing that you could advise new starting out actors?
yes, I would say rejection is an inevitable part of our careers. It's gonna happen. It just does. So when it does, use it as a source of energy. Use it as a strength, as a stepping stone towards your goals. Become a better actor from it, a stronger actor, a deeper and more layered actor, and make it yours. Own it.
Incredible. Thank you for sharing. I'm certain it will be helpful for new actors. Having that resilience and power is very important in this job.
Yes, I agree.
Lizet, it's been fantastic to have you on the show tonight.
You are very welcome, Arek.
Now, before we go, can you share one of your favorite quotes with our viewers?
I have many quotes that I love, but I would say that Einstein's quote, where he says, "Imagination is more important than knowledge," is something that applies very much to us as artists and creators, as actors. Imagination is probably the most important tool that we have. And it is more important than what you know, than what's in your head. So that would be the quote.
Thank you for being with us tonight, Lizet. I wish you all the best.
All the best to you as well, Arek. And thank you again for having me.
Lizet Benrey, everyone.
Bring joy to everyone. All the voices vanish after hearing such a lovely tune. In a world that's so imperfect, every word you say is music. You should change your name to beautiful. You should change your name to pretty and make tears impossible. I wish that I could have you with me every time I fall. In a world that's so imperfect, I know you will try to fix it. You should change your name to beautiful.
Coming up next,